What's up, everybody? This is Mike here at Rogue Comics, and another week. Some more books. This week, there's going to be a lot of, well, you'll see. I'll show you. We'll move on. Enough rambling. I need this. Okay. We'll start off with DC like we always do. This one here is Absolute Flash, and it is issue number 9, I believe. Can't see, it's kind of small. There we go, it's on the TV screen now. 9, yes. Jeff Lemire, however you say his name. And Robles, I think, is doing the art. Yeah, it looks like it on there. Why is this small, though? Let's see, hold on 1 second. In bigness. No, wait, why is it not going that way? There we go. Sorry about that. For some reason, OBS doesn't necessarily sometimes keep all of the dimensions for things that you select. There we go. But yeah, Absolute Flash, issue number 9. Here we have, what is this, dude? Oh, this is the second printing of Batman number 2. I'm like, why is Batman number 2 here when this came out like a couple weeks ago? But this is, and now it's doing it this week. You're gonna see. I can't figure out exactly how OBS calculates the way they do things, but this is the second printing for Batman issue number 2. For those of you that happen to miss it, in case it sold out at your location. I do think I still have some copies here. I could be wrong, but then again, I could be right. You never know. Batman Superman World's Finest, issue number 45. Wow. He's right here, Mark Waid. And I can't see, let me see. No. Adrian Gutierrez, it looks like. Yeah, Norm Rathman. I can't see the bottom name there, but I do like this cover. What could go wrong? Here, look at that. Lex and the Joker. Here we have this one. This is, let me see. Bigness and no. Why do I do this? I do this all the time. I'm biggened the links or the covers that I shrunk, so I can't see. It's not sharp enough for me to see what the what it's saying there. There we go. This is by Jorge Fornes. There we go. This one here. And then we have this one here. These were actually, I'm pretty sure I'm sold out of these, but they were just too good not to show. Adrian Gutierrez and Matt Herms did this one here. For those of you that collect because of the art. And then we have this one here by Danny and Tamara Bonvillain. I don't know. I just slaughter their names. I'm sorry. All right, this is the big book of the week, either on Marvel or DC side. This is DC's version of Batman Deadpool. This one here, this is the Dan Mora main cover. And then we have this Amanda Connor variant, Harley and the Hulk in a hot dog eating contest. Hey, why not? This is Adam Kubert, the Damien and character who shall not be named. Although again, I did say this, I think it was last week maybe, I do give the creator of this cover props for utilizing something that is in the Batcave. Here we have, I know it's Lozano, but I don't know what their first name is. Alexander Lozano. There we go. With Wonder Woman and Ms. Marvel That is Ms. Marvel. That's her costume. And look, here we have the blank variant cover. Bruno Redondo doing X-23 and Nightwing. Bill Sienkiewicz with Deadpool. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know. Is that Batman? Yeah. Okay, that's Batman. There we go. Mystery solved. I was like looking at it and I'm like, wait, is that Wolverine in the claws? But no, it is not. Oh, I kind of split the difference. I wasn't really. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the TikTok. Yeah, I had no patience, and this is 3/4 of the wrap. I didn't want to reframe it. I didn't want to cut it in half again this week, so I didn't. Here's Frank Quietly's variant cover. And then we have this one. This is Hayden Sherman. Right here. This is Jim Chung. Yeah, why didn't I know this? There it is. Jim Chung and J. David Ramos. Probably did the inking. Here we have Jennifer Sun. This is obviously Storm and Diana. What's up, WZ? Awesome cover. Here we have Jim Lee doing Batman and Wolverine. And like I said last time, he really, really, really needs to do the X-Men again. He really needs to. Like, I mean, come on. Really, please. Stop here for a second. What's up, Chill? Frank Quietly, one of the confusing success stories in comics. Why do you say that? His art's pretty good. I mean, it's in the vein of Art Adams, Nick Bradshaw, that type of stuff. But I've never... I mean, working for Grant Morrison and having to draw that stuff, maybe. But... Now, if you were to say Rob Liefeld, one of the confusing success stories in comics, or one of the most undeserved success stories in comics, then I would co-sign that 110%. But no ill will towards Frank. Definitely not. Here we have Jay Lee, also the thumbnail. I called it last week. This is what it was. Big Barda and Storm, Savage Land. Lee Bermejo, Dr. Doom and Joker. A fight I would like to see, actually. Unfortunately, in this issue, we don't get to see that, but it is there on the cover. Here we have Mark Brooks, Zatanna, and the new Sorcerer Supreme, Wanda Maximoff. And then we have, I think this is the foil variant cover. Let me see, yes. It's been a while since I've seen it. I got them in last Thursday, I think it was. Last Friday. But yeah. And then actually, this one's cool. I wouldn't mind seeing this as a book drawn by Nick Dragotta, who did this cover here with Frank and Bruce. And then we have this one here. This one is by... I forgot. Oh, Ryan Sook. Before I even get to the... Whoops. I literally just shrunk the cover. Let's see. Oh, there's numbers here. I don't need to... Actually, it's easier to scroll. Sorry. I'm being amazed by my technology over here. Whoops. Yes, this is by Ryan Sook. I don't even know why I had to check. I didn't need to check. It's there. Ryan Sook. And then we have this one here by Sean Gordon Murphy. Gordon, maybe? He says. I don't know if he's still using Gordon. But yeah. This is another book I would like to see. This was more... This one would be more... This one would make more sense. Because both of the characters are nihilistic and have that sort of same attitude towards things and the irreverence, and you know, it makes more sense than Deadpool and Batman. But you know, that's supposed to be Cyclops holding Jean. No, that is talking about this one here. No, this is the cover to Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 7 or 8. Superman was holding Supergirl. That's when she died. That's the homage there. And then we have this Sozomaika variant with Selena and what's her name? Emma. Not a fan, but I do like Sozomaika, but I don't know. There was a Selena cover she did, a Catwoman cover she did a while back ago that actually got me to order 25 copies of a Catwoman book just to get that one cover that they eventually did end up putting on the second printing of that, but I still have the first printing. And that was all the Batman Deadpool covers that you will have access to this week. Here we have Catwoman, issue number, God, I can't even see the number over there, 81. 81. Wow. Then we have this Justice League Red, although according to this, Justice League Dead, number 4. Dead Man's on the cover right there, with Red Canary, Simon Baz, Green Lantern, Power Girl, and Cyborg. And I think this is Clayton Henry, maybe? Let's see. Yes, it is Clayton Henry. Nightwing, issue number 132. Dexter Soy, I believe. Yes, Dan Water still doing the writing. Birds of a Feather. Here we have a variant cover. I don't know, where is it? Man, I used to love when they would put the artist in the file name. Dustin Gwynn. Superman Unlimited, issue number 7. And it is still, I'm going to assume, until I get to that UPC, Dan Slott. Yes, Dan Slott. Jeremy Adams, although, is on here too. And then Mayer and Maiolo. Raphael Albuquerque did the cover. Oh, Marcelo Maiolo is the inker, I'm assuming. So Mayer is the one who handles the art duties. This one is by Samperi, I want to say. Yeah, Daniel Samperi. Featuring Clark and Crypto. New Gods, issue number 12. This is the final issue for this 12-issue miniseries, I guess. And I have to say, the book looks good. This is all art by Evan Cagle, although the cover here is by Nimit Malvaria. Malavria. I don't know, whatever. The cover looks good, but the interior is all by... Wait, no, I forgot. There's 3 pages at the beginning. Sorry. By Phil Hester, I believe. His name is on there, so it's got to be him. But the rest of it is all Evan. And that's all that I want. That's all I want. Like with this series, they kept doing that every so often where it'd just be a couple pages by Cagle. And I understand... I mean, not as somebody that, because I can't draw, but I can understand how doing 24 pages in a month or whatever might be difficult to do. But like if you sign on to do a book, you should already have the majority, at least a mini-series. If you're doing a mini-series, there should at least be 6 issues. Like this is 12 issues. You should have at least 6 issues in the can before soliciting the book. And in that way, that gives you time. You can take your time with the following 6 issues, you know. But this isn't what the companies do. They solicit things, whether they're 1 issue done, 3 issues done, whatever the case may be, and then just fill it in, you know? That's not how you should do it, but whatever. This is how they do it. And I also showed you a couple of variants to this. I believe this is Dustin Gwyn. Yes, Dustin Gwyn. And then this one here. This one looks like it might be by Evan too. Let's see. This is, no, Carl Kerschel. Okay. I did like that. I mean, look at that. Even as a baby, Orion was like, Titans number 29 is up next. And this, there is Pete Woods is doing the cover. And Layman, I forgot what Layman's first name is. I apologize. But Corey's on the cover right there. And last but not least, we have Wonder Woman issue number 27, which I don't want to say it's going to bring a finale to the Mouse Man story, but I don't know. It's a little bit of a conclusion, but it springs off into the next story, I guess. But yeah, Daniel's art is incredible, as always. As always. And that, my friends, is the DCU for this week. Over in the MCU, we have all new Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. They keep trying to make Ghost Spider a thing. And I really wish they would have done that sooner. Like, oh, I don't know, 2014, when, thank you, I don't want to update my Intel drivers at the moment. But they should have thought about this when they first introduced the character and called her Spider-Gwen. I mean, I guess they didn't expect it to take off the way it did. But Marvel has a branding issue, and they need to straighten it out. It might be a little too late now. I mean, they've tried Ghost Spider. There was something else that they did. But they do call her, I think, Spider-Woman on her Earth, even though now she's on the 616. But, yeah, whatever. Here's a cover. There you go. Here's another cover. This one is part of the, what do you call it? Streetverse. Streetverse variant by In-Hyuk Lee. And we got this one here by David. Oh, it didn't do David Marquez. Why isn't it? Oh, that's Spider-Man. My bad. Yeah, there's 2 covers for that. Here we have Amazing Spider-Man number 16. John Romita Jr. doing this. I forgot what this character's name is, but I do know that Tombstone is involved. This is a new nemesis for Spider-Man, and I don't have the issue. I was looking to see if I had it around me, but I don't. But this is the nemesis for this issue. This is the David Marquez cover that I was talking about earlier. Here we have this Liber Mejo. Amazing. Whoops. Damn it. I dropped the match. Thank God it was out. Amazing Visions variant. And then we have this Marco Forcelloni Pixar variant. Right? Is that what they're calling it? Oh, sorry. Pixar Toy Story homage variant. And this is for issue number... Oh, wait, sorry. Amazing Fantasy number 15, which was featured Peter on the cover. As Spider-Man. What did I do with that? Damn it. Sorry, I'm just dropping things all over here. Oh, and there's also this Simone DeMeo. What's this one called? From the Chaos variant. Why is it that? I really don't know. Captain America, issue number 5. I do like this cover. This cover looks good in person. I can't tell you who it is because it doesn't tell me. but I can tell you it looks good. This one here is by Zdarsky, Mr. Chip, who's also writing the issue. And then we have this David Mack variant. Oh, why is it doing this? Sorry, y'all. I really should pay better attention to this. There we go. Okay. David Mack. Here we have, Jeff Shaw. Duh, it's in the upper right-hand corner. Chill says, I just assumed Alex Ross drew that first cover. The first? You mean, which one? This one here? I mean, it does look a little like his. No, see, I can't. Yeah. It is who it is. I don't know. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of trying to figure out who it is because it's going to really bug me. God damn it. All right. See, you did it. Yeah, you could be right. I mean, I know for a while there he was doing either that or Iron Man. But for this run of a Captain America, let's see. Number 6, number 5. It is Ben Harvey. Ben Harvey is an American illustrator known for his versatility in a wide array of artistic styles. He utilizes a range of traditional mediums and digital techniques throughout his cover and traditional art. And he also is doing another cover for this week, which I'll show you later. But yeah, Ben Harvey. There you go. Jeff Shaw. Another Streetverse variant. And another Toy Story homage variant. Civil War, number 4. Facsimile is up next. And there are 3 more issues to go. Now, it's weird. It's weird. I looked through this issue, and number 1, Steve McNiven's art is still incredible. Incredible. Number 2, though, looking at some of the dialogue and the things that characters say to one another, really chill. I just want him to have a glorious mustache like Steve. Reading the stuff in here, looking at the issue, in retrospect, like this issue, this series would be called out for being, quote, woke. Because there's dialogue that happens in here during a funeral that, you know, today, by today's standards, by today's YouTube grifting standards, this would be one of the books that they would call out. And it's just funny. Like, this is where we are as a society. And also, there's this awesome cover. This is foil. This looks so good in foil. And this is Michael Turner, the late Michael Turner. Looks really good. I wish they would have utilized the foil aspect of it more. I mean, it is just straightforward, a foil variant. A foil variant of Michael Turner's art. But I wish they would have, like, maybe utilized the foil where it was like the lightning, you know, that Mjolnir had there, and maybe the white or something like that. But regardless, I mean, just seeing it again looks good. Really good. Here we have the final issue of Godzilla Destroys the Universe. And how do I know it's the final issue? Well, I happened to open it and go to the last page. And going to the last page allowed me to see that It was the final issue. Not like they could have put it on the file name or in the title or anything like that, because straight up it says here, right now, Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe number 5. That's it. That's all it says. Not Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe number 5, and in parentheses, of 5. Like they used to do back in the day. Now it's like, you know, we got to take that extra step to figure out exactly how many issues it is, because they don't let us know unless we do the research. I mean, even, let's see, actually no. If I went to League of Comic Geeks, which is a really good app that every comic book fan should have, especially ones that cares about things like writers and artists and stuff like that. And actually even storylines too. It gives you aggregates of, it assembles all of the pieces. So like if you wanted to see how many issues Civil War, and there were a lot of issues that tied into Civil War and the reading order and all that stuff, like the app will do that for you. It's there. And no, I'm not sponsored by them. I appreciate the fact that they do things like that, because a lot of times it doesn't let me know what books are in what storylines, because usually a storyline runs 6 issues. Okay, so you could assume issues 1 to 6 is one storyline. But then sometimes they don't. And it's really annoying when I try to assemble storylines here. And what's this? Hold on. Chill says, I have something to tell you about the 5 of 5 thing. Okay. Are you going to tell me? Okay. I will send. Okay. But that, oh wait, you're not going to talk about Storm, are you? Because I know Storm's only 5 issues there. But no, that's just, I'm not speaking, no, see, I'm not talking about how everything seems to be like a miniseries or a 10-issue thing these days or whatever. There's no ongoing thing, whatchamacallit, you know, the whole ongoing versus miniseries. Now, besides that stuff, that's another thing entirely. No, I'm just talking about as far as having the information to know, oh, this is 5 issues, or later on we're going to have One World Under Doom, it's 9 issues. Like back in the day, or not back in the day, but, you know, even during Diamond Days or whatever, it would say 9 of 9, or 5 of 5, or 5 of 10, or however many it was. And now, even in the title alone, it just doesn't say that anymore. And that's annoying. It's just annoying, straight up. But anyways, this is the final issue of Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe, issue number 5. And then we have a couple of variants here. We have this one here, which is by, I'm about to see in 1 second, Carlo, oh boy, Pagulian, Pagulayyan, fan favorite variant. Whatever that means, fan favorite. I mean, I do like the cover. We got Doctor Strange on there, Wolverine, Hulk, Cap, Cyclops, and who's that guy right there with the webs? Oh, that's Spider-Man. That's right, Spider-Man. And also you see Mjolnir there, even though Thor isn't on the cover. Assuming that Godzilla ate him. Here we have, I'm joking about that. He wouldn't eat Thor. Corey Smith. This is a Corey Smith variant. And I cannot confirm nor deny that this scene may actually take place in the issue. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, so I won't tell you what happens. But here we have a Dave Wachter, Wachter, Marvelized Carnage Zilla variant. Okay. And Megalon. This is the JTC, John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. Oh, and we have one more. See, again, I can't anticipate exactly what order they're going to, sorry, not they, OTC, I was going to say OTC, Roman Reigns. No, OBS has these, how they're going to show them in order. I don't get it, but this is a Pere Perez variant right there. Moving on, Nova Centurion, number 1 is up next. This one here features Richard Rider, which is a good thing, but I don't, I can't tell you how many issues this will run, unfortunately. But I can tell you that there is this Ivan Shavrin foil variant. And then there is this Yasmin Putri variant. Now, honestly, if I'm going to be truthful about this, I would have preferred them to be flipped. I would have preferred this to be the regular variant, and this one could have been the foil variant, because they definitely could have utilized the foil on this particular cover with this particular image better, I think, than they do with this one. But again, that's my opinion. Your mileage may vary. Omega Kids number 2 is right here. I can see a signature right by that character's foot. Rod Reyes. R-E-I-S. Rod Reyes. There he goes. He did the cover for number 2. And here we have the final issue of this 9-issue miniseries, One World Under Doom. And does this happen? I don't know. I can tell you, though, that the art by R.B. Silva inside is really good. And, yeah. And now looking at this, damn it, chill. I want to see the one thing, okay, you know what? The one thing I can say that bugs me about the League of Comic Geeks app is that for some reason the app itself doesn't update with all of the oh, it is Ben Harvey. There we go. I was like, this is almost Alex Ross-ish, but it is Ben Harvey. So there you go. This is the other book he was drawing. I completely forgot about it. Here we have an R.B. Silva variant. And I do like this one. This one looks really nice in person. And then we have this Steve Rude variant right there, which I don't remember seeing, actually, to be honest with you. I wonder if I got this. I just quickly checked everything in, and I don't remember because I got interrupted. Then we have this Kevin Wada spoiler variant. Awesome art, huh? And then we have this one here. I actually I switched to another one. See, this is the Kevin Wada one, and then this is the Martin Coccolo variant. They look the same, don't they? Amazing. This is something else that Marvel does, because retailers can't keep it to themselves. I mean, this is from a retail site. I got these images from Penguin Random House. And these are the images that they have up there. Now, as a retailer, I would think that they would want us to have all of the information possible to make a decision based on what books we think would sell at our stores, whether it's the art or the content or whatever the case may be. Yes, we might have sales figures from the previous 8 issues to use as a metric. But then again, we did order this book 2 months ago. And then we had an FOC about 4 or 5 weeks ago. But look at this lovely cover. And I know why they do it. It's like one of those things. I hate it, but I get it. But I wish it didn't exist. But it exists because there are individuals out there who like spoiling shit. But then again, Marvel does it too, because they let us all know who the new Sorcerer Supreme was. Why would you do that? Why would you do that when there's a book coming out that's supposed to allegedly show who's in the running to be Sorcerer Supreme? Makes no sense. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I do believe one of these covers is regarding that particular thing. But what does it matter? I'm just nobody complaining about something like this. I'm only the person that sells this shit, that's all. Doesn't matter. I'm not important. And then we have another Streetverse variant here. Doom, looking stylish right there. Actually, this looks like a pretty good but non-functional design for him. Now here we have Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, and we have 3 characters on this cover right here. Two of them have their own book. The third one doesn't. For some reasons. And it's weird because that third character is kind of instrumental in the conclusion of this particular issue. This isn't the final issue. There's going to be at least one more. I'm assuming it's going to end at issue number 5 too. Let's just pretend. So you know what? Under that thesis, I'm going to call this then the penultimate issue because I like using that word. And since this is issue number 4, and if it's a 5-issue miniseries, then that would make it the penultimate issue. But we do have Spider-Man, Wolverine, and T'Challa on the cover there. Just kidding, it's T'Challa. Black Panther. And looks like they're fighting a couple of Predators. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe? 7, 8. You do see, like, you know, look at, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 7 of those, the little, I forget what it's called, you know, the sensor things or whatever on T'Challa's head. And actually there's a couple on Wolverine's head too. So yeah, there's a lot of Predators right there. Here we have who is this? This is Chris Campana, and that is his variant right there. To chill out, Mike. I spit my drink out a little. Hey, I am here to entertain. Okay. And then we have this Kyle Holtz. This is called the Kyle Holtz Hunter's variant. I knew there was some, I knew it had something to do with Hunters. The next one, though, has the Punisher on there, and it looks really good. But this is a Kyle Holtz cover right there. Speaking of Frank, up next is Punisher Red Band issue number 3. The art in here is really good. The story was good. And I'm looking forward to not being able to read this one because they're all polybagged and I can't open it. And if I do open it, that's one less sale that I will make. But what are you going to do? And here we have a Philip Tan variant, which actually looks good. I like this one. Actually, this one's good too. They're both good. I'm sure this one has to be Kamen Coley, I'm going to assume. I see a signature there by Frank's left shoulder. Oh no, Marco Cicchetto. Sorry, Marco Cicchetto, not Kamen Coley. But yes, that's Marco Cicchetto. Radioactive Spider-Man issue number 2 is up next. Now, I have to admit, I didn't read it, but I did thumb through it, and there are 2 other spiders in here, and I don't exactly know, well, you know what? You just got to read it. You just got to read it. I can't say anything other than that. But I can also say that there are 2 variants that look pretty good. Here's one of them. This is Juan Ferreira. And then there's this Rod Reyes variant. I like this one better. This one's good too. Don't get me wrong. But I like this one better. Then we have a Spider-Man Holiday Spectacular. Number 1. This is a one-shot, so there's only going to be 1. And I don't know who did this A cover. But I can tell you that this B cover is by Cassia Nie, N-I-E. And then there's this one here by Megan Hetrick. I'm going to assume it's Megan Hetrick. Yes, it's Megan Hetrick. I saw Megan, and I just guessed. Spider-Man Noir, number 1. Now, this makes no sense. See, this is as a writer, no, sorry, as an editor, if my job was to make sure that there was some sort of a release schedule for books, and this came out this week, I would fire the editor that did this, because Spider-Man Noir number 2 came out last week. Now, especially for number 2s. Now, maybe if you were doing second printings for subsequent issues, it might make less sense. But when you are reprinting, doing a second printing of a first issue, wouldn't it make more sense? Now, go just follow me with this. Wouldn't it make more sense as a company to drop the second printing of a number 1 the same week that issue number 2 comes out, because we're assuming that the second printing exists because the first printing was sold out. Now, I'm sure the first printing of number 1 was sold out at the publisher level. Whether the individual store sold out of it or not is another thing entirely, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But let's pretend that the store sold out of issue number 1. So when issue number 2 drops and somebody comes in and sees, oh, Spider-Man Noir number 2, you don't have number 1 by any chance, do you? Then you go onto your shelves and you see, oh, that's right, I sold out of number 1 a month ago. Wouldn't it make more business sense to have the second printing of number 1 at the same time, dropping the same week? Or is that just me being crazy? I mean, I don't know, because I'm not getting paid to make these decisions. I would have delayed my issue number 2 for a week if I had to. You know, Chill? Yeah. Now, I don't know. I mean, I do know sometimes that David Gabriel watches certain streams from stores and stuff like that, or checks out certain things. Now, I'm pretty sure he's not going to be sitting here for 41 minutes watching my stream. But if anybody at Marvel happens to hear any of this, like, maybe you want to think about that the next time you, I don't know, come up with your release schedule. Because this isn't the first time something like this happened. And mind you, I mean, ideally, it would be nice for, you know, an issue, if they're doing a second printing for issue number 3, or sorry, issue number 2, to do it the same week that issue number 3 comes out. Whatever, that's not as much of a consequence as when number 2 drops, having the second printing of number 1 available. That would be more important than that, I would think. Because, I mean, God forbid you ask for more, like, you know, consistency. Star Wars Jedi Knights issue number 9 is right here. And this is the penultimate issue. See, it doesn't say Star Wars Jedi Knights number 9 of 10. It's because I looked in this issue and I saw the page where it says the conclusion to Star Wars Jedi Knights is in issue number 10. So, you got one more issue of this. And then you also have this Torrin Clark lightsaber variant. And for the life of me, I can't remember this dude's name. It looks like the dude whose head is shaped like a, well, you know what? But I could be wrong. I don't think his lightsaber is green. Maybe some Star Wars geek out there can let me know. Maybe somebody that, you know, continuously watches an AI Star Wars channel and platforms that AI Star Wars channels videos, maybe. The Last Jedi, oh my god, The Last Wolverine, issue number 2, which is also a penultimate issue because there's only going to be 3 of these. Believe it or not, this one sold, number 1. Why? I don't know. But this is cover A. And then there's this B cover by Tony Daniel. And yes, I'm going to say it because you see it on the cover. That is Kurt and Logan in the front. And that's also Kurt and Logan in the back. Believe it or not. And then, of course, we have another Streetverse variant here. The Ultimates issue number 18 is up next. And then, for some reason, I mean, to be honest with you, this is the final art. Don't believe what it says on the upper right-hand corner. And it will not say not final art on the cover. That's not there. But it's also in color. But this is Adam Polina, who I said I would like to see do the interiors for a book, because he used to do stuff back in the 90s, and it was good. But I would like to see him do some stuff currently. That would be nice, but he's been doing covers right now, so whether he's going to be doing some stuff in the future or not, I don't know. But it'd be nice. And then we have this In-hyuk Lee Ultimate Special variant, is what they're calling it. I want to make sure. Yes, Ultimate Special. I saw Ultimate Special variant, but I didn't know if it was Ultimate Special or something. But yes, that is a Lee variant. Then we have Unbreakable X-Men issue number 2. I've already said what I have to say about this book, but I will tell you that I'm here for this. This is a Streetverse variant, of course, and yeah. There were a lot of options for thumbnail, but I had already said it was going to be Barda and Rogue, but I could have done this. And then, oh, why did it do this? See, okay, this is the this is X-Men Book of Revelation, and this is the Streetverse variant for that. So I'm pretty sure they're going to show them out of sequence. Because yeah, here we go. This is the A cover. I don't know why it showed this first, but that's really annoying. That's really annoying. But yes, and for those of you that are reading the book, I won't tell you who that character is that's made of smoke there, but if you think about it, well, not smoke, but she's just corporeal. Incorporeal. She's just a mist. But then, oh wait, so that wasn't the regular. No, this was, okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, so here we go. X-Men Book of Revelation, issue number 2. Then we have X-Men of Apocalypse number 1. As an editor, you know, you got to think of better names for this, man. Like, Simone DeMeo did this cover here, and he does the interiors, and it looks really good. Very, very kinetic, very action-paced. Action-paced, action-packed. Then we have this one here. This is by Joe Mad. John Tyler Christopher variant right there. Do they call it anything? I think it might be negative space, maybe. Yeah. John Tyler Christopher negative space variant. Here we have a Fanyang variant of Blink. Right there. Daniel Warren Johnson did this one here. And then we're going to end it on a good note. We're going to leave the Marvel Universe on a good note. We got this Art Germ variant of Rogue. And then we got this Art Adams variant. Now, to be honest with you, I'm really disappointed. I'm sure you can figure out why on the right, but I love anything Art Adams does, so I'm happy with the book cover. I just wish that there was no need for that third individual. Rogue and Magneto is fine, but for some reason Art felt the need to do that. I won't hold it against him, because he's been doing great stuff for 50 years now, I think it's been. Like 86, 96, 96, 96, 2006, 2016, 2020. So about 40 years, almost 40 years. He gets a pass. He gets a pass. Normally, that would infuriate me. And he's also very small, too. You got Rogue is taking up the majority of the cover, and then Magneto is almost as big, and then little garbage there. Yeah, so there we go. Oh, that was it. That was it. Over in the indie world, we got a couple books here. We got this Masters of the Universe, The Sword of Flaws is the name of this. Freddie Williams is doing the art, and I'm always there for Freddie. Fellow Red Letter Media fan. He's actually been on a couple of their streams. I think he's from Wisconsin. Maybe that's the reason why he's there. But whatever the reason is, I love his art. I'm glad he's doing stuff. And yeah, there's going to be a movie next year. So I expect to see more Masters of the Universe stuff. Here we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Issue number... Hold on. I didn't click over. Oh, I can't see because they do spell out everything. Oh, it's issue number 3. So it's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT 3, number 3. And this is by someone named Zono. Z-O-N-N-O. And here we have, if I'm correct, this is Freddie. Yep, this is Freddie's, Freddie Williams, the third cover right here. This is the one I went with, personally. Jesus. And then, I don't know why it keeps shrinking these, but I really wish it would stop. It's annoying. Here we have Monster High World Scare, number 4. And I believe this is the penultimate issue. There's one more. This is Mercado. And then we have this Sterles, S-T-E-R-L-E variant. Sonic the Hedgehog, number 82 is up next. This is cover A. And for some reason, I didn't get a cover B. But it's cover A. Starship Godzilla from the Kaisei era. Issue number 2. Cover A by Ono. And then there is variant B by Gooch. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey Jones, number 2, variant C. This is by Cullum, C-U-L-L-U-M. And last but not least for the week, Twilight Zone issue number 2, cover A by Scioli. Is right there. Tom, I believe, is his first name. And then we have this one here by Francavilla. It's also a connecting cover variant. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of this stream. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching this. If you are a local customer, if you're one of my customers, you've seen something you'd like, and you want me to put it aside, whether it's anything from DC, Marvel, the independent stuff, doesn't matter. Especially those Deadpool, Wolverine books. Wolverine, Deadpool, Batman. Oh my goodness. I need more of this. I would strongly suggest getting in touch with me. I have all of the covers right now. But I have, yeah. Get in touch with me. Trust me. The way to do that is at that link, direct.me/RogueComics. Or if you want to do it the long way, the hard way, you can go to Facebook. Rogue Comics CT is the name I guess you could look up. Or if you are on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram, it's just Rogue Comics. Or you could go to direct.me/RogueComics, and it's all there for you. Buttons, push them. You can get in touch with me, DM me, send me a private message, whatever it is, and I will be more than happy to put it aside for you. See, now look at this. It kept this. I don't know why it does what it does. All right, whatever. That's it. I got to go. Thanks for watching, hanging out for the 53 minutes that I've been talking. And that's it. As always, have a great new comic book day. And if you feel free, if you want to, by all means, if you're watching us on a replay or whatever, in the comments, you want to let me know what you got. You want to let me know what you like. Let me know what you hated. You can comment on that. I do look at them occasionally, sometimes, more times than not. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Take care. Have a great new comic book day. And that's it.